and welcome back to Dukre TV. I'm Monica Gibson, and on this Monday I am joined in the studio by Roberto Falzoni, President of Dukre Asset Management. Roberto, thank you so much for coming in today.
Good morning, Monica. Nice to be here again.
Definitely. Now, we're looking at the markets. We find ourselves midway through March, and it's been an interesting year so far. But what do you see for 2014? Are you expecting more volatility, less volatility?
Yes, I think that, world entered 2014 with very different economic condition in the different part of the world. US economy is recovering, Japan also, Europe situation stabilized, and the emerging markets are cooling off, especially situation in China and India or Brazil are more soft. So let's say that I expect 2014 to be a more volatile year, as valuation stock markets are pretty high. As I was saying, spreads are pretty low. Of course, central bank has been very active. They've been very supportive, still pouring a lot of money into financial markets. And so this will create probably more volatility, as situation is pretty unstable, without talking about Ukraine or other events that could happen at any time, and we definitely could not forecast before.
Of course. Now, if I can pick you up on the central bank manipulation, so to speak, it's becoming more and more, as you said. But with regards to the Fed, do you think the exit strategy is going to rock the boat anymore?
Yeah, let's say that the major theme for the last few years has really been central bank intervention, central bank action, and I would say manipulation in the market. So for the time being, they've still been there. I mean, Japan took very aggressive step at the end of last year. Fed has been, intervening, and today probably 20% of U.S. debt is in the hands of the Fed. Fed, of course, is at the top, of this big manipulation, and probably the more active and the more important. Then, it starts to be talking about the famous exit strategy, about tapering, and all of a sudden we have seen, shock waves going through the market, and started with emerging markets. And I think that the economy will do better in the States, so of course this will come back even more strong. I believe that all of a sudden, of course, markets will have to realize that this game cannot go on forever, and there must be some kind of adjustment, and this could be pretty wild. I think that market will be much more volatile, much more dependent on any kind of declaration mainly by the Fed. We are still waiting a little bit European central banks to be more active, because I don't think that the situation in Europe is really improving. It's just stabilized, and probably we have a currency that is way too high. It makes new high against the dollar, but is also very high against the yen, against all the emerging market currencies.
So there are so many different accents, attributes, etc., which are affecting things. So with all that in mind, which is going to be the successful strategy of 2014, if you can rub your crystal ball?
Yes, definitely. I mean, let's try, I have a few crystal balls, that I use at different times. Let's say that, as I was telling you before, I believe that this is the year where you should be very flexible and very active in the market. That's why I believe that strategies like global macros, long-short equities, and discretionary CTA are the ones that are going to be the more successful, where really people can adapt to situation and unwind position as much as maybe taking short position in the market.
Awesome. And can you tell us a little bit about the Dukre approach?
Yes, I mean, we launched our Reflex Discretion Absolute Return strategy in 2007. Since then, we had a performance of approximately 200%, with an average annual return of 12%. And the strategy is based really on an active management of futures position in the main indices, some commodities, some currencies, and interest rates. And where we try to take an opportunistic view, mostly contrarian, so we are not trend follower. And we think that 2014 will be a very good year for us, because we expect more volatility. So we are really looking forward for another year of trading profit, and we are very committed to it.
There definitely does seem room for opportunity. Good luck with it. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you, Monica, and good luck to any investor, you know.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Pleasure speaking to you. Thank you. Okay, well that's all from me at the moment. Make sure you click back to Dukre TV for the hourly updates and many more exclusive interviews. Goodbye for now.